This is another video I made to demonstrate the drawing of pentagonal tiles, or what we call the tessellations, using pentagons. So like this figure, we start with some basic shapes, which is a square and an isosceles right triangle, combined together to make a pentagon like this, right, which will become a tile for this tessellation. And let's start with a blank paper. Here, I also use the simple tools in the Google slide. Okay, we need a square, so we can use the rectangle tools. But be careful, you have to press the Shift key to make sure that this is really a square, right? Not just an arbitrary rectangle. So the aspect ratio will be kept to 1:1. Okay, and based on this square, we can now add another triangle, which is an isosceles right triangle. Okay, so it's labeled here as only as a right triangle, but if you draw it inside the square, okay, make it fit inside the square, then it will be, or it should be, an isosceles right triangle. Let's move around. Okay, make it fit together. Okay, to distinguish them, maybe I change the color, right, so that you can see it separately. Okay, so this is a triangle overlapping with a square. Right, and it should be half of this original square. Okay, and based on this, we can now rotate it. Let's say rotate by 45 degrees. Okay, put it beside the square and makes two of the vertices, okay, come together. Okay, now this is an outline of a pentagon. So if you trace the points here and just join these two together, okay, for coming back to this one, then you will have a pentagon. So let's add the pentagon here. I think insert, okay. Now here we have to use the line, but not individual lines. We can use the polylines, okay. And start with one of the vertex, okay, and click another one here. Click another one. Join these two, okay, come to this part. And then finally connect it to the original one. Then you will have a closed figure, okay, which is pentagon in our case. Now, if you find that it's not fitting very well, okay, which we don't see it now, maybe I put it back, send it to the back, right, so that it will be underneath the two original figure. So you can check whether it fits the original two shapes. Okay, if needed, you can perhaps edit the shapes by adding the points, editing the points. Okay, then you can make some minor adjustment. Okay, hoping that it will fit better with the original shapes. Okay, I think it's not too bad now. Okay, so we can start with this one. All right. So we make use of this pentagon. We can go on to tile the planes, right, or tessellate. Maybe we use another slide. Okay, we just duplicate this one, and then take away the original shapes. Just use this pentagon. You can make it smaller, but use the Shift key to make sure the proportion is not changed. Okay. Now, based on this one, all right. Now I duplicate it. You can check this menu here for duplication. Make another copy, okay, of the same one. So I press the shortcut keys in order to make it same copy. But while making the same copy, we have to rotate it. The first one, you better rotate by 180 degrees. Okay, and then connect it to the first one. Okay, it should fit nicely here. Right, you have to manually adjust to make it look good here. Okay, and then we need two more on the other two sides, right? So we duplicate it again, so we have another copy. Now this time we rotate it, right? By, let's see, by 90 degrees to the right. That means it will show you, sorry, 90 degrees to the left, okay? And it will be shown as 270 degrees. And let's check whether it can fit here with the other two. Similarly, we can also duplicate this one and rotate it clockwise. Okay, that means to the right. Now, this time we can do it by 90 degrees. Okay, oh, not so good. All right. So let's put them together. Not too good, this one, perhaps. Maybe let's try again. Okay. Oh, maybe this one is not really so good. But let's carry on. Okay. Hope that you can adjust your pieces and then make them fit together very well. All right. Now, once we have the 4 pieces together, now you can group them as one big piece. So use the grouping options. Then you have a basically something look like a hexagon. Okay. And you can also explore the properties of this hexagon. Now we use it to fill the plane. That's why we may want to reduce it, right? So you can press the shift key and then adjust the corner to make it a bit smaller, right? And here we can make another piece and try to put them together, adjust it, okay? Your eyes, okay? And maybe put this to this side, all right? And then we can have one more piece below. See whether it can fit better or not. Try your best to put them together. Okay. Sometimes it may be controlled by the guides. Okay, not too bad. Maybe we just stop it here. And you can also make this, right? So this 4 also make a big piece, which can also group them together. I think you can make it as one group. And if you like to one more, then maybe you can adjust the size again. Okay, and then copy it to the other side. I think it's not too bad. Just carefully put them together. Okay, so basically you have this pentagonal tiles, or maybe you can group it into one big piece. Right, center it on the screen. Put it in the middle of the slide, perhaps. Okay, you can also make it a little bit bigger, maybe. All right, now let's change the background. Maybe put the background. Yes. I change the background color. And also now change the color of the tiles. Okay, it can be done in this way. By the way, you can format it first, right? Let's say add some shadow, make it looks like a little bit right? 3-dimensional, perhaps, and not too much, perhaps. Okay. Right. Let's see whether it's better. It looks like some pieces. Okay, overlaying, and you can also change the color of the tiles. So let's play around with this one. Or, for example, turn it into something with gradient, and you can adjust the gradient. Okay, maybe you can make it start from the corner and add one more middle point. Okay, let's say something like this, if you like, or maybe turn it into green. Let's see which one is better. Right? So, well, too bright perhaps. You can try it a little bit. It's better this way. Okay, it looks better. Drop the shadows if you like. Okay, does it look like good? Maybe you can have a try to play with it so it looks like a three-dimensional tiles. Um, so go back to the original piece. Remember, this comes from a square and a triangle. So if you like, you can go on to explore other ways of making this pentagon, right, by maybe adjusting this triangle and this square and see what will be the outcome, all right? And perhaps you can discover some other kind of pentagons that can tile the plane in a beautiful way. Okay, go ahead to have a try.